what's going on, guys? It is Game Men here, and welcome to... The title is not deceiving you. We are going to review 3 different lightsabers. Now, you may be wondering why I have a glove on my left hand. I'll be explaining that in just a moment. But first, a little bit of a backstory. So, a while ago, and I do mean a while ago, I got into Star Wars. I got into Star Wars very, very heavily. And I decided I would start collecting lightsabers. Now, one of my very first lightsabers ever is this. It's very broken. Very destroyed. But this was one of my very first lightsabers. It's Darth Vader's lightsaber from many, many, many years ago. Oops, hair caught on my special glove. But it was a simple 3 LED, really garbo lightsaber. I'm not even going to show this one in the dark. It was really bad. I later got a Luke Skywalker lightsaber from the Saber builders, but it broke. So this is my very, very first lightsaber, right here. I loved it to death, but it wasn't enough for me. So, we went a step further, and I picked up one of these. This is a Black Series Kyber crystal, specifically for the Dark Revan lightsaber, which I'm going to show off right here. Now, this is the Dark Revan lightsaber. I've shown this off before, and we're going to show how bright the blade is. And it's a really, really, really nice lightsaber. It has an awesome activation sound. Has a really nice hum to it. It's great. It has blaster deflect and a decent saber lock. But now I'm going to show you what it was like in the dark. Alright, so I've turned off the light, and here is the lightsaber in the dark. It's a ridiculously good lightsaber. There's just one problem. It's a very, very heavy bottomed hilt. The blade is very top heavy. But one thing I did like is it came in my favorite color. It came in purple, and I did a lightsaber test, and this just so happened to be my actual color. But for the sake of comparisons, this was the red. Also, it required 3 AA batteries in order for it to work, and it only had maybe a few. It had flash on clash, it was good, but it desired more. Now, sadly, I don't remember where one of the pieces is, but if you put the Kyber crystal in where the lightsaber blade should be, and then you would turn it on. In fact, let me see if I can do it right now. Real quick, just for the sake of this review, I'm going to remove the blade. Now, one thing I did like about this is when the blade was out, if you can hear it, it acted like there was nothing there, and it shorted the lightsaber. So if I put the Kyber crystal in, it's going to glow red. But if I change the color, it would change to purple. And if I left it in long enough, it would continue to glow and slowly turn red and bleed with pain. Now, I put it back in, I twist it, I turn it on to purple, and I force the crystal to bleed by holding the aux and power button. So I'll hold the two buttons. Come on, work. There we go. And now, if I take the crystal out, it is a fully bled crystal. And that is now going to sit and glow for a while. I'm hearing noises in my kitchen. Probably from the window that I left open. If I did, in fact, leave a window open. So, that is this lightsaber. My Darth Revan lightsaber. Now we move on to the third lightsaber I've ever owned. Yes, that's right, I said third. The second lightsaber I ever owned, I gave away because a friend of mine really wanted a lightsaber and I was in the market to upgrade. So I bought this lightsaber. This is a generic branded Amazon lightsaber that you can get from pretty much anywhere. And it is an RGB lightsaber, which means there is a light in the hilt that allows me to press the single button. See? And now the lightsaber's on. So when I turn it on, it shines right out of the hilt. And it is very bright. Compare it to Darth Revan, it's a distinct difference. Now this one had a couple more features. It has different sound fonts, but I'm going to specifically leave it on this sound font because it's the closest that matches the three that I have. It had blaster deflect, and also saber lock. Now, for the sake of comparison, I'm going to shut this off again and show it off in the dark. And here we are, back in the dark, to activate this lightsaber. Very, very bright lightsaber. This is a good saber for battling. I can't fully swing it around because there's a light above me, so I can do Makashi with it. But this was very good for spinning. It's very good for battle. It's very good for reverse grips. So if I choose to reverse grip, it's very good for that. It also comes in multiple colors. Something the other saber does not have. But for the sake of this video, we're going to stick with the red. Now, the problem is, the button, you have to hold it down for. Now, later in the video, that little blue light's going to turn off, and you're going to hear this saber speak to me. But for me, this wasn't enough. These two were never enough. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I waited for my income tax refund to come in before I made a very goofy decision. I decided we were going to make something special. We're going to do something special. Not going to reveal it completely, but I'm going to reveal a distinct secret part that is going to be in what is coming up. This is... Oh, wait, hang on. Let me put my other glove on here for this one. I'm putting these gloves on very specifically. These are my cosplay gloves. This is from a wonderful company called the Whimsy's Cellar. And this is the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader hilt. Now, because I have them side by side, this is the Whimsy Cellar one, and this is the one I had when I was a kid. The very first lightsaber I ever owned. There is a huge very, very distinct difference between this one and this one. Now this one's activation button was the iconic bubble strip. This one doesn't have that. If you look very carefully, the crystal is glowing inside. Now, I stated this about the other two lightsabers. They had sound fonts dedicated exclusively to swinging. This has a really cool feature called smooth swing. So what that means is when I turn it on, and I swing it really lightly, it sounds like I'm swinging it lightly. Listen. Now if I swing it hard, it's going to clash a little bit, but my lightsaber just started talking. So that's the smooth swing. But what does it look like in the dark? We're going to compare all three after I show off this one in the dark. And you're going to see a big, big difference, I hope. Okay, so I have turned out the lights. And we're now going to start, not with the Whimsy Cellar, but we're going to start with this one. So there's the original. Let me grab my other one. Gotta turn it on here. There's the RGB. This is Whimsy Cellar. That is a very, very large difference. If I set these down and turn them off, keep in mind, this was my brightest one, my RGB. And now, I have this. This one has blaster deflect, saber lock, now there's one other feature this one has, if I can make it work. There we go. It has color gradient mode, which means I can change on any sound font just by twisting the lightsaber. Just when I get it right, I can keep this color. Now, here's the other cool feature. Comes with other sounds. And that track will play and see, it'll shut off eventually. Oops. I think I killed the sound on it. Whoopsies. I think I put it in display mode. One moment. I believe I'm having some technical difficulty. Gotta take that off. Okay, so what happened was the battery popped out. And that is my error. So, I'm going to try and walk through all of the features with this.
It is too late for me, son.
I'm still learning some of the effects of this, but it is very cool that there is a distinct flicker with that. So if I'm reading the instructions here, right? Airs lock up. So yeah, I'm still learning a few of the things. However, we're now going to cycle through all of the different colors.
Lord Vader.
So this is Rogue One. I'm actually going to turn off that light. I'm not even going to pause for this. I'm just going to turn it off. I can't. There we go.
He is the chosen one.
And this.
You underestimate my power!
This is Anakin's. I believe this is Luke Skywalker.
I call it luck. In my experience, there's no such thing as luck. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
This is Ben Kenobi. A little bit of a different hue.
I am too old for this sort of thing.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I will do what I must.
Now this one I've changed a little bit. Because, well, actually I haven't changed it at all. But if I swing it...
You were the chosen one!
This is Ahsoka Tano from Rebels. And this is from The Mandalorian.
Your bounty hunter failed. I like first. Good or bad, they're always memorable.
And then we're right back to where it's going to stay for as long as I own this lightsaber. Now, if I take the blade out, which I can easily just do by gently pulling upon it, works just fine. But that is my review of these lightsabers. I think it is absolutely incredible that I now own these. And right now in the dark, you can see that little wire glow red. It is very impressive. Very, very impressive. I want to especially thank Whimsy's Cellar here where I live for forging such a gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous, lightsaber. And I don't think I've seen a lightsaber this impressive since, well, I don't think ever. But it is very cool. And I love it. But it's going on the shelf because I do not intend on using this very often. However, if you want to get your own version of this lightsaber, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this very video to Whimsy's Cellar. Now, they're a local shop, so the only way that you can get them is by messaging them through their online source. It is incredible the work they have done. I do not think, when I think of authentic now, I'm looking at this lightsaber, and this is authentic. It feels like what Vader's saber would feel like in his hands. And keep in mind, this does not do a justice. In fact, right before we end this, I'm going to show you something. This was the first lightsaber I ever owned. And this is the Whimsy Seller. Very big difference. Especially when the turn on and turn off happens. I gotta admit, this is so incredible to wield. And I don't intend on getting rid of my other lightsabers ever. But if you want a good lightsaber and you know where to go, and you know how to contact them, this is very cool. There's a way to do this. I know there is. There we go. I think that is just incredible. But I'm actually going to put this on the shelf so it can charge. But that is all for this video. I cannot, like I said, can't thank Whimsy Seller enough for this. This is a gorgeous lightsaber. I'm actually going to take it apart very briefly because I'm going to put the battery away to charge. But you just gently unscrew it. Just gently unscrew it like this. And the top half will slide very gently out of the bottom half. Like so. And we'll set that down. And this is your soundboard and your battery. I would strongly recommend, if you ever get a hold of a lightsaber like this, do what I did. Immediately, and I mean immediately, back up your soundboard. Because if you don't, it will cause problems in the future. Because you'll try and use this, and what you'll end up doing is if a sound bite goes missing, you're going to regret it, as you won't be able to put the sound bite back on the lightsaber if something goes awry. So now it's just the hilt. See, if I press the button, nothing happens. But all it uses is these very tiny batteries that you can charge with the provided charger. And all you do is you take your positive side and your negative side, slip it in, and it'll tell you the level of the battery's charge, and that's pretty much it. It's ridiculously stupid simple, and I love it. I think it's incredible. In fact, I have this little battery pack here that I think shall suffice nicely as the permanent charger for this battery. Now, I knew this was going on. The little battery was dead, or down to at least 2 bars. So I'm going to let that battery charge, and I am now going to put this incredible saber away. Like, absolutely incredible saber away. But yeah, that is all for this video. It is a weighty saber. I will say that. It is very, very heavy. It is an all-metal construction with 3D printed interior. I had to think about that for a second, but yeah, this was worth the money. I'm not going to say how expensive it was because I don't want a lot of people to know how much this cost. But for those who I've talked to about it, they know this wasn't cheap. Like, this was not cheap for me to get. In fact, I'm going to put this away and explain a couple things. So, if you guys want to get a pretty cheap lightsaber, I'd say go for this one. Because this one has the nicest grip I could find. You can also get smooth swing editions of these if you really wanted. I think this one cost me about $80. I think it was $80. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. But if I'm out of breath, it's because I'm moving around and I've been running all day. But this is a pretty nice lightsaber if you want to get a good, nice, solid thwacking blade. If you want to get one that is more for display, I would strongly recommend the Black Series FX. Saberforge FX. Because these, if you look, like that is heavily wiggling. This was not meant for combat, and I used it for combat. In fact, these little spires are supposed to be a certain way. They are not anymore. They're supposed to lock into place. They don't do that. This also came with its own stand. So this one comes with its own stand if you get it. But you're looking somewhere about $300 to $310 for this. But this is just for Darth Revan. I don't know about the other guys. If you want to go for a kiddie lightsaber, not that you ever would, these are about 10, 15, 20 bucks at your local superstore. And then you got my big thing. I'm not telling how much that cost because I don't want to dissuade people, but it was expensive. It was very, very, very expensive. But yes, that was my lightsaber review. I really love lightsabers. I never had the chance to own anything that's this expensive. Now, as a kid, in the wintertime, if it was really foggy out, I'd take itty-bitty little lights like this and turn it on and blow my breath through them. Like this. And I'd blow my breath through them, and it looked like a lightsaber that was shrouded in mystery. The next lightsaber I intend on getting is either going to be a full custom build, kind of like this one, or I'm going to gun for the dark saber. I'm going to try and get the dark saber. I don't know where I'm going to find the dark saber, but I'm going to try. But yeah, this was my lightsaber review. If you guys like this and you want to see more stuff with lightsabers, I will do more stuff with lightsabers. If you want me to do battle choreography, I'm going to do it with this one and probably a partner of mine. But yeah, this has been one crazy day. I can't thank Whimsy Seller enough for helping us, or helping me, get the lightsaber of my dreams. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. I know this is kind of an odd review, and it's 10:45, and this video is going to go up the day that I go to work. But yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. I never thought I'd get these kind of toys. This is a toy. That's a toy. The thing I bought is not a toy. It is nowhere near a toy. It is meant and designed to be a lightsaber, and it's so cool. So thank you guys. If you really enjoyed this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, become part of the Gamer Team. Check out the Gamer Team channel. We actually have a second channel exclusively for all the Gamer Team members. I'm going to go and I'm going to put this magnificent beast away Because if I don't, I'm probably not going to go to bed because I'd rather stay up and goof with this thing all night. So, yeah, no. Thank y'all for watching. Catch you next time.